And it's a process of unlocking that ability over a consistent period of time, of showing up, of being there when other people aren't, of reading the documents that nobody else wants to, of sitting through the FOMC meetings that nobody else wants to sit through.
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. What? I was not expecting that.
That's my favorite food. I love mashed potatoes. Chocolate, I guess, candy, sweets, but I try to stay away from the sweets because I know sugar is
Oh,
extremely bad.
okay, all right. See, now that I didn't even have my studio set up. I'm not joking. I ran out of the house this morning in my freaking boxers, freaking my girls out like, what size the truck parked on? Like, they're like, they're like, why are you tripping right now? I'm like, I don't want to get the truck towed. I'm like, what Thursday is it?
What Thursday?
My girl's like, it's freaking Wednesday.
I thought today was Monday. And I was like, wait, no, no, no. It's Wednesday.
Oh man, bro, it cracks me up, dude. I literally make myself laugh, dude. I just be thinking 1,000 miles. Like, you got to understand where I'm at in my life right now. I literally don't have space in my brain for anything that's not like systemically important. So like that little tiny like, oh, what day is it? I don't be thinking about the days. Time is freaking made up. Like when
Damn.
you become an entrepreneur, you start to realize that time is just a structure. It's a structure that was put on the masses to control them. So when you have been operating outside of the master's time bubble that they created for everybody for over 4 years, it stops becoming relevant to you. Like, it doesn't matter if it's Saturday to me, it doesn't matter if it's freaking Monday, Tuesday, it doesn't matter. I do the same positive stuff every single day. It doesn't like this don't change, bro. It cracks
Yeah.
me up. So, like, to somebody else in the normal world, forgetting what day it is and then the way that I acted this morning is like kind of crazy. Like, all this dude's forgetting what day it is. Like, no, I don't forget about the day because the day of the week doesn't matter to me. I grind every day. I make money every day. I motivate people every day. I do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
No, I
anyways,
feel you.
let me go heat my coffee up, grab my banana, and freaking collect myself.
For sure.
Hello, Paradise. What is your name?
Carl.
Carl. I like your locks, man. And then you too, Kevin.
Hey,
Oh,
I appreciate
appreciate
it.
you, man. You're gonna make me blush again.
Hold
Cypress.
up, hold up, hold up. Now we're having a lock contest. What's going on here? Hold on. Don't look at my edges right now, all right? I'm not trimmed up right now. Okay, everybody chill out, relax. Emiliano would be on this with me as well, but this dude shaved his head.
Lock season? Lock season?
It is lock season, yeah. My my things are getting long. It's getting crazy.
I have to start so I can fit in.
Real
Man,
Rastafarian.
man, when you sit down and then you pull your hair, it's the worst feeling ever, bro.
When you try to stand up and you yank your neck.
Yeah.
I don't know how girls do it. It's crazy.
Me, me neither, bro. I asked my wife, I'm like, how y'all do this every day?
That's
Like,
why
what's the secret?
I always put them up. I have a bad habit of having them up, and sometimes it messes with my scalp. So
I started to get
Yeah,
headaches from them being too heavy.
yeah.
same here. Same here. I started working out like I'm like my neck ain't strong enough for this hair, so I had to start doing
Mhm.
workouts. Get my
Um,
traps set.
so I see more people jumping on, which is cool. I just wanted to kind of chill, maybe create a little bit of content at the same time and just kicking it with you guys. Me and Emiliano were about to have a conversation. I was just going over with him how GJ kind of threw us a curveball the other day and really breaking that down so that way we understand as a team that trades this pair why it took place and just really casually talk about it in a way that's not stressful, in a way that's kind of relatable. And so that way you all easily attain this information better. Seeing Emiliano develop over the past 3 years, for those of you who don't know, he is the man whom I started this journey with. Like when I became fully profitable, I myself was in a community. Well, we weren't in the same community. I was part of this community called Astro FX. which is where I became profitable. But then the whole thing happened with AstroFX and it was a scam and it got turned down, whatever the case may be. Found out that the owners were just scamming people, which obviously, of course, we didn't see at the time because back when we joined, I think I joined in like 2016, 2017. You didn't know any better, right? You didn't know any better when people were just teaching you support resistance methodologies on the charts and you thought that that was the coolest in the know thing, you know? And getting charged $10,000 for their course wasn't a red flag because you're a beginner and you're like, I want to learn, so I'm gonna chuck up all this money to find the golden ticket, which is what they were preaching, you know. So, anyways, but Emiliano, yeah, was the gentleman whom in which I started this journey with. I was on Instagram at the time, had a big Instagram following, and then told Emiliano, like, look, man, it's time to start the own journey. I remember I was in Mexico. I was in Mexico and I was like, bro, it's time to ditch these dweebs and really show people what's up, you know?
Because they played you were trying to link up with other FX
Yeah, I
traders.
flew out there. It was crazy because I used my withdrawal money. The first time I ever made a withdrawal, I spent it to go meet these people whom's program I was a part of. I flew to Mexico. It was like $9,000 for the trip. Not even joking. I told them, you know what? Don't trip. I'll use my own money to pay for the whole trip. I'll pay for my tickets, my girls' tickets. I'll pay for our stay. I got us a villa and I booked out the food. I hired cooks for the entire week so we didn't have to cook breakfast, lunch, or dinner, none of that. And then they didn't show up.
Because they don't want to trade with you live.
I still, you know what's crazy?
No.
You know what's crazy? I still have the messages on my WhatsApp from Sean Lee where he was inviting me and telling me, hey, bro, like, yeah, we'll link up, meet me at this location, da 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 da. Right? Crazy, crazy times. It's been an evolution. I'm telling you guys. It has
Yo, that's
been an
wild.
absolute evolution. And so, anyways, you know, I thought maybe what we'll do is when I have the time, since today is more so of a chill day and I got to do some things early on in the day, me and Emiliano usually have these conversations like once every week where we just check up on each other. And so, I encourage you all to make friendships in this group that I've created for you all because it's important. And one of the reasons why I tell you guys all the time, I say there's going to be a certain group of people that make it to the end goal of CypherX, which I've preached to a lot of you all multiple times. I hate beating the dead horse. And then there's going to be people that don't. They're going to either give up on themselves, they're going to give up on this community, and they're going to give up on the networking that this community can create for you. And that's sad, but it's the truth. Some people are here. They want signals, you know, they just want to learn fundamentals. They just want to learn technical analysis and then they'll disappear. And that's okay. It's not for everybody to take on this lifestyle, this community. But for those of you who are, like Camille, I know, for example, has personally reached out to me and she'll, hey, Cypress, like, I want to do more for the community. I want to be there for more people. I want to network. How can I help you? You helped me. How can I help you? You know? So who do we see on the Zoom calls all the time? Camille's always usually one of them. If she doesn't make 4 out of 5 Zoom calls, I'm like, all right, Camille's sick. Something's wrong with Camille. She's having a bad day at work. Her relationships ain't going well. But 9 times out of 10, she's here, you know? So it's been interesting. Lionel as well. I'll shout you out as well, Lionel. I know Jamie would be, but he's always working. He's a freaking trauma travel nurse. Like, what? Yo, that's the guy that you want to have on your freaking team. Bro said that he was packing someone's brain the other
Yeah,
day.
my last shift was fucking nuts.
I mean, talk about a pandemic situation. That's the man you want on your team right there. You know?
Getting ready. I won't be on this Zoom call very long. I'm getting ready to go skiing with a few friends from work. So
That's good, bro. I don't know how Jamie sleeps at night, packing people's brain back into their
yeah,
skull.
I'm like, my brain is so desensitized. Like, you know, I've seen people shot in the head, brains everywhere. Like, I'm desensitized. Like, doesn't even
Wow.
phase me anymore.
It's interesting, man. I was telling you guys in the chat, you know, some of the things that I experienced in the military, and it's really life-changing. It's interesting. It makes you see the human body from a different perspective when you see a soul leave it.
That's
It's
true.
like it's like it opened my eyes into understanding that we are this finite energetic entity that's just occupying a meat sack. Like literally.
The
It's
spacesuit is very weak.
yeah,
is-
yeah, like it's very fragile. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We're
I'm
just
not
traveling.
laughing. I'm laughing. I'm laughing to deal with the trauma that I've seen. Okay. So don't think I'm laughing because I think it's cool. Like when you see those things, I'm laughing so that way I don't break out in tears because of the friends that I've lost. You know, it's like,
Exactly.
anyways, back to what we came here for. But yeah, so just to full circle this, I thought maybe it'd be cool if every now and then, I'm not gonna sit here and say it'll be every time, but myself and Prince, those of you who know him most likely in the community is Aquaman. He has a very large TikTok following, and he's also very prominent on X Space when it comes to crypto related research and his perspective on life and the digital transformation. And we just have similar viewpoints. So I thought, you know what? The Rumble, it's hard for me to make content on Rumble because of all that I have going on with CyberX and all that I have going on with YouTube and always trying to focus my attention on research and scheduling tweets and then trading full time. But I still want to incorporate the Rumble platform because I think free speech is really important. And I think that we should, as human beings, be able to view our opinions. We're just going to start having a podcast where we talk freely on it. So it'll be like an open platform that we start to create that all of you guys eventually can air on and show on, and we can all talk about our experiences. I remember me and Emiliano, like back in the day, about a year ago, we asked a lot of people if they wanted to do a podcast, and we started it. We started interviewing people. Like Camille was on that interview. I think at one point we interviewed Jamie. Like it was just a community thing. And so once me and Prince kind of kicked this off, we'll start inviting you guys, or if you guys want to, or have any topics that you want to bring to the table, or anything interesting that you just want to talk about. Maybe, like I know, for example, we have Katrine in this freaking community. If y'all don't know who she is, she's like this extraordinary painter that sells paintings for like $90,000 a piece. It's crazy. And she's in this community. We have
That's crazy.
yeah, we have a guy who just joined this community. He was an well, not an ex, but a retired. He's a retired first sergeant in the Marine Corps. You know, that's crazy. It's not like an easy feat to get to first sergeant rank in the Marine Corps. You
That's a
know,
dangerous man.
and he looks young, he looks healthy, he looks fit. What's his secret? He could bring that information to the team. He could bring his experience. He could talk about his investments. He could talk about his life experiences, and then we could share that with the world. Jamie, same thing. He's got this trauma nurse experience behind him. I'm sure that a lot of you, even if you're just a person that works a normal 9 to 5 job, have some type of relationship to bring to the world, some type of experience, you know. So that way, normal people that are on the outside of this community can hear that and they can relate and they can feel comfortable, come into this space and have a network of people, the ones that use it to their advantage. Remember, I was explaining to you guys that not everybody's going to do that. Some people are going to come in, they're not going to take it serious. They're not going to go through the educational process. I'll give you an example. I have people that ask me questions in this community where this community's answered those questions. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that if you pay for something, you should read everything. You should go through all the course material. You shouldn't just half-ass it, right? So I'll give you an example. One thing that's very funny and prominent in this community is, where's the Zoom link, right? People seem to not be able to find the Zoom link. But if you go read the welcome, you go read the message that the CyberX email sends you when you join, it says, hey, you'll be able to find the Zoom link here. So it gives you that. At the top of your course material, it literally says Zoom link. So if you're a CyberX student, it's always been right there. It's also in the pinned comments. So when I see people asking for the Zoom link as a mentor, you know what I think? How, if you can't find a Zoom link, do you think you're going to take on the algorithms of the financial market? Not to laugh at anybody, it's a serious question. If you can't start picking apart information to find answers yourself, it is a fact that you will not be able to succeed in this market. Now, that's not to say that if you were the type of person that said, hey, where's the Zoom link? You cannot become the type of person that doesn't need that type of help. You can, but you, again, have to want that for yourself. You have to want to have a higher intellectual capability than other people, right? And it's a process of unlocking that ability over a consistent period of time, of showing up, of being there when other people aren't, of reading the documents that nobody else wants to, of sitting through the FOMC meetings that nobody else wants to sit through, of back testing all the data and the information that nobody else wants to sit and back test. That's how you become that person. So it's not impossible if you're not that person right now. You just have to work for it. So anyways, this game has made me a like mental animal. Like the way that I think, I think in like a piece of a puzzle. Like you put one piece in and then you start to build on it. If you guys can't tell in the way that I talk and communicate, it just flows. It's like almost like I'm wrapping information. I'm always trying to bring other people into my intellectual understanding because if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I can't freaking operate with people that aren't on the same intellectual level as me. It's hard to. It frustrates me. If I'm sitting here talking about blockchain, Web3, crypto, investing, becoming a freaking multimillionaire entrepreneur, how to grow this to 6 figures, how to put money here, how to trade and invest, how to understand fundamentals, how to manage my book team, how to do this, how to do that, and you can't keep up with that flow because you're not on that flow yourself, it almost it makes me feel like I have to fall back the scale of pace in which I'm operating at. So I need people that are ready to work like that, that are ready to build like that, that are ready to go like that. Does that make sense? And now I'm not against people that aren't, but again, it comes back to the people that are willing to get there. Because for some people, especially when you come into trading brand new, it can seem like a lot of information, right? I guarantee when Camille came in, and I'm just going to use these two as an example. When she came in, it was like data this, data that, candlesticks this, candlesticks that, setups this, setups that. But now it's a little bit more laid back. It's a lot of information to process at first, and that's okay. So the people that aren't on my intellectual level, I don't knock them. I'm like, yes, let's go. If you're slow right now, you're a beginner, jump on the team. Let's get you up to speed. I don't shy away people that don't know what I know. That's stupid. That's a bad way to think. Why just because you come up to a caveman do you degenerate them and talk down to them as if they're not on your same intellectual level? We're all blood, we're all bone, right? You always have to look at people equal. But when they become not equal is when they don't want to do it for themselves. So if you give somebody the water, if you give somebody the fishing pole and teach them how to fish, but then they don't take advantage of that and try to fish themselves, there's nothing you can do for them. Get what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
1000%, bro.
So, anyways.
Making great sense.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes when you speak like this, it comes off to people as cocky. It comes off to people as arrogant. It comes off to people as, oh, this guy thinks he knows everything. No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. I don't know everything, and I'm a seeker of knowledge and information. If you guys have something to tell me, I will always sit down and listen. And then I will determine after I listen whether or not I need that information and how my brain will process it. But I'm always here to learn. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner. I've had conversations with beginners, and then having conversations with beginners that don't know a lot actually let me see the process of what it takes to become a better successful trader because I can internalize, oh, a beginner needs this. Okay, let me find the answer for that and plug it in here so that way I can use that information. You see? So,
Yeah, you're
so
the perspective.
moral of the story, what I'm trying to say is never look at somebody of a lower intelligence than yourself as somebody you can't gather information from or experience from. Doesn't matter if they're smarter or stupider than you. Everybody has something to give if they have the willpower to give it.